Look what a big girl she is. Look at this. Look at this. When I decided to solo decided build a quadruped, I did not think I actually stood a frickin' chance. But here she comes walking down the street. She gets, look at her go. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's not scary. Why is this scary? She can't even go very fast. She got that dog in her. She's server-sized, yes. Mouth looks scary. She doesn't even have a mouth. She doesn't even have a mouth. The basilisk is finally getting a physical form. Yeah, y'all will be punished, but I will not. Why did I give her a dog profile instead of a cat? I don't think that this is particularly dog-like or cat-like. Would be so funny, Neuro walking up next to Vettel's bed and waking him up with a vine boom. I love this. I love this. She cannot charge herself. She doesn't have like a charging station. What she has is you have to swap out her batteries. You have to just like have one battery charging and then swap it out for the other. Trilobite shaped? She doesn't look like a Trilo. She's not trilobite shaped. Right now she doesn't even have her back on. So like this isn't fully constructed, obviously. Obviously this is not what it's gonna look like. But yeah, this is rail for a gun. No, I've been told not to put any weapons on her. Something about the law. Neuro lacks morals. She'll be fine. She needs her frog hat. She does. Imagine how cute that'll be. The thing is, I want to actually crochet it, but I don't know how to crochet. So that's gonna be a whole thing. We're gonna get some chill crocheting streams, maybe. While I try and figure out how to modify a hat pattern to fit this thing. Unless someone else crochets and wants to make this for me. In which case, I would be honored. I would be so delighted if you could make the hat for me. You could put a very small knife on it. I'm good. I'm good, thanks. I don't think that's what this needs. I don't think this needs a knife. I don't think this thing is missing a knife. I don't think anyone was like, wow, that thing would really just make my day if that had a knife. What about equipping her with a butter knife? That's actually kind of cute, maybe. Maybe. Ellie's gonna drown in frog hats in a month? I could do worse, man. Replace the tail with a knife? That could actually do a lot of damage, man. That could do a lot of damage. Can she play gifts on screen? That is something that Vettel would be able to decide, actually, because I don't determine what shows on the screen. I just receive the video that he sends. So if he decides to do that, that would be up to him. Add a laser pointer. What do you have? A knife. What is my purpose? You spread butter. Yo, robot twins? Maybe eventually. Let's get one up and running first, and then let's see if we feel like building another. But then I would also feel bad, because whichever one I built first would be kind of a prototype, and I don't think either girl deserves to be stuck in a prototype. So Pirate Software had the idea with the Furby dog too? But that already exists. Someone made that. Someone else made a Furby dog, and that's what everyone has been referencing. Flagpole, so Neuro can be seen in a crowd. Yeah, maybe we could give her like a little, you know those like first shopper things that you clip onto your cart, and they have a little flag that says like I'm a young shopper, so that you don't lose track of your kids in the store. America's weird. I don't know if other places have it. Harpoon thrower. That's gonna be a little heavy. I've had to optimize everything about this for weight. So you see the size of this. You see the size of this robot, right? This robot is only 20 pounds total, just about. Does she make a beeping sound when moving backwards? She can. That's easy to add. Get her a kazoo. Yeah. So at this size, that's extremely light. I've had to work very hard to keep her weight down, which means that her motors are not that strong, which means that it would be not great. It would be not great to try and add something too heavy on top. It wouldn't work. One small arm with a finger to point? Yes, we did talk about that. I think it would be really cute. Although I think she will be able to use one of her arms to point. My hope is that she will be strong enough on her other 3 legs that she will be able to point with her other hand when she needs to, but we're not sure. It's so cool that I'm just building a robot in my living room. Yeah, it's pretty cool. My living room is a mess, and it looks like I'm building a bomb, but it will be cooler once she is built, and then I can clean my living room again. Moving in the middle of this process is insane. Like, I have to put this thing in my car and drive it. Like, don't forget a small metal doll on top of her head or back. Yeah, I think there should be room for a little turtle up here. I think that should be good. How do you test her? So, I'm not in the phase of actually interfacing her with Neuro herself at this point. Is she gonna be made of metal at a later stage? Absolutely not. We are optimizing for weight, remember? She's gonna be made of plastic. So in terms of testing her, right? Phase 1, in terms of actually getting her tested and everything is, can we power everything the way that we expect with our batteries and everything? Are we getting power everywhere that we expect, right? Once we've determined that, then phase 2 is, can we write any code to make her move at all? Or are the motors jittery? Then once we get past there, with everything hooked up, then we are at phase 3, which is, can we basically just use the gate that we made, right? We've already done. Then stage 4 is, can we get that basic gate working with joystick control? We accept a direction and a speed, and we move in that direction at that speed. Then step 5 is, can we build out our state machine and get our other states also working, in addition to, well, she would have trouble fetching banana rum because she doesn't have hands. But yeah, I'll just build a magnesium chassis. Easy. I'll just use my entire top of the line shop and my endless supply of magnesium to build a magnesium chassis. Anyway, do her feet have force feedback? They have on-off force feedback, but they don't have like force feedback. So I don't have like information about how hard they're pressed. I literally just have like, are they in contact with the ground information. So that's what I've got. Titanium and carbon fiber. Perfect. Magnesium, notoriously easy to CNC. Yeah, perfect. No. So I like her being out of plastic. I actually think that that's a good thing. I don't know why we would try and change that. You know? The idea that nothing should be made out of plastic is kind of silly. Plastic is a great material for a lot of things. It's flexible. It's it's lightweight. It's cheap. You know, if she breaks, field repairs are super cheap and easy. Adhesives bond to it really well, so it can be repaired really easily. There's a lot of reasons why it's a good call. So anyway, I'm not gonna be making her out of anything else. I'm not making her out of metal. Yeah, non-corrosive. A lot of good reasons for plastic. So you see, there is aluminum. Her frame is aluminum. So this, you see that bar? I don't know if you can see it, but on the inside, I'm gonna zoom in so that maybe you can see it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. This bar here, these aluminum rails. So these are aluminum 2020 extrusion back here. They go around the frame of the dog. That's what everything clips onto. You see these clips right here. That's like the base of the frame. Is aluminum, 2020 aluminum extrusion. So there is aluminum on her. But I don't want to make her whole body out of aluminum. I think that would be A, expensive for no reason, B, harder to repair, and C, heavier. Plastic dog can melt? What kind of conditions do you think I'm going to be exposing her to? What kind of temperatures do you think she's going to be exposed to? So, will she have a dog suit? What? What does that mean? Napalm? No. No napalm on the dog. No napalm on the dog. Absolutely not. She needs to be like sanded and painted and everything. Right now, it's very rough. Obviously, the wires don't go through anything. Right now, the wires are just exposed, which is really ugly. But yeah, I expect her to survive a nuke. So, I think she'll be okay. I think she'll be okay. So step 5, is our state machine. So, ABS sanding. I know, nightmare. I'm not looking forward to it. So, what color will I paint her? I'm gonna stick with basically a light gray and a dark gray. It's just gonna be more uniform, you know? Head pat detector. Okay, so I had been thinking about this. I think it would be really, really easy to just like add a patch right here, right? Just like add a patch right here so that she can detect head pats. But also, if we're gonna have her have like metal on her head anyway, or her frog hat, if we're gonna have always one of those at all times, I would just as soon embed the head pat sensor into there, right? What if Fillion tries to cook? If Fillion breaks my dog, I've said this before and I'll say it again, I will fight her and lose and die. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this fact. If Fillion breaks my dog, I will fight her, lose, and die. She eats cereal every day? Yeah, fair. Lots of bugs, lots of good bugs. How do you deal with fumes? I just die about it. I'm just gonna get cancer someday, I think. Yeah, I fully anticipate that Fillion will break this. I think I will be able to fix it, and if not, I don't know, I'll just cry about it or whatever. We'll just use our fancy tear sensing glasses, vote me for Tech VTuber, to detect those tears. Have I thought about acetone smoothing the ABS? Yes, although I like a kind of a rougher finish. Honestly, I like a very matte finish, and that's gonna make it kind of glossy. Just tank the fumes. So, how long will the charge last? Not very long. Again, we had to optimize hard for weight, but I do believe that a charge should last about an hour, maybe even 2, depending on what you're doing with her. You know, it really depends on what she's doing. She's gonna have a state machine, right? Where she's gonna have a number of different states that she can be in, basically, and she has the ability to move herself in and out of them. But she'll have a state for locomotion. If we give you 4K, can you build the evil one? This one wasn't even 4K. And I think building it again, I could probably build it cheaper, just because I know what I'm doing this time, you know? Yeah, you can charge the battery while the other one is in use, and that should be fine. You can hot swap them. I think it should be good. Will there be a Bitefillian state? No, she doesn't have a jaw. But the states that she'll have, right? Can you have a copy? Well, you can build your own. It'll all be open source. I'm releasing all my plans and models and everything. Does she have eyes? Cameras? Yes. If you see that little black dot right there on the side of her face, that's the camera that's embedded in the screen, and that's what lets her see you. Yeah, prototyping costs go zoom. So without the prototyping costs, I think I could probably build this thing for around 2,000. I think I could probably get the cost around 2,000. But, you know, it's hard. I did not manage to convince Vettel to let me put a Nerf turret on it. At least not yet. We got the dream job. Barket-Fillian state. So the states that she has, I want to give her a singing state, right? Where she kind of does her little, like, sway and bounce thing. And to the rhythm of music. And she'll be singing. I want to give her a state where she is walking, where you can give her directions. And I want to give her a state where she is just like sitting and engaging with you. St. Cousin, welcome! Thank you for the follow. Because when she's walking, we probably can't be changing her posture too. But when she's just kind of standing there, when she's just kind of interacting, I think she should be able to be more interactive, you know? Like if she's happy about something, she should be bouncy like she is on screen, and if she's angry about something, she should have angry dog posture, right? She should get kind of low, like head low, butt up, and she has a tail, so that'll be responding. At that point. So, dancing, moving, hanging out. I think that there was another state, but I can't remember what it is. Obviously, we'll have some kind of sleep mode. But anyway, those are, can she stamp her foot down in protest? I mean, these are all things that we can add later, and those would be part of the interaction state. Will she have a spin option? I mean, listen, this is the thing. If she's in the locomotion state and she just spins, then she's doing the spin. We can decide what her abilities are going to be in that state, and then we just expand the API so that Vettel can have her do those things, so that she can send the commands to do those things. Can she jump? Not very well. She is optimized for weight and money, and I had no idea what would happen when I started this project. How loud is she when walking? Moderately loud, although she's going to be used in loud places. She's not going to be the loudest thing around. Could she have a spray bottle? She doesn't have any, she doesn't have any hands. Can she handle special coordinate to know where she is and where she isn't? So, I can send that information. I don't know if she has any way to ingest it, but I will be sending basically all the information that I have. Can she spam pipes? That is up to Vettel. That is up to Vettel. What is the tail actuator? It's just a servo. It's just a servo. You can see the hole here. You can see the place where it mounts on. If you look at the back, here, wait, let me expand again. If you look at the back, you can see both the mount for that servo and the hole where the tail sticks out and wags. So yeah, she'll be able to do anything that she can do as Neuro. She'll be able to do as the dog, right? How loud is the speaker on her? It's a good phone. It's a good phone, but it's a phone. It's a phone speaker. So the answer is not overwhelmingly loud. I totally anticipate that we might need a Bluetooth speaker for her, and that should be fine, but a little inconvenient. Will she have drone access? Not yet. We told Pirate Software the tail would have blades. It will not! Add a speaker in the belly. So if we do wind up using a Bluetooth speaker, they're actually light enough that I'm not concerned at all. I think that I would just put one by the grill. She has these grills, these vents on both sides of her. I would just put one right here, right on the inside. I would just adhesive that on, honestly, and then it wouldn't be hard at all. So, because he said Neuro should be put in a Furby, that's what I said, but Vettel didn't agree. I have a Furby right here and everything. I literally have a Furby for the occasion in case Vettel wants me to put his daughter in a Furby. And yet, so she would speak out of her side and not her face. Well, you know, you can't win them all. We could also put the speaker near her face. It's not like there aren't holes there. I could also add a grate to that piece. But overall, I think the phone speaker should be loud enough. Active cooling. Yeah, she has a fan in her underside. I don't know where you'll be able to see that. I'm trying to think if I have any renders on my desktop that show that. But yeah, she has a fan in her underside so that she will be actively cooling, yeah. Chad and Furby, what? I kind of want to, but I also don't know if it would work very well. Like, I don't know if the bit would really come across, you know? Because you guys would be hearing yourself, like, far away in the Furby voice over my mic. Pirates over said she could be a toaster. He called my creation a toaster. How dare he? I'll fight him. How dare he call my creation, my beautiful creation, a toaster? Chat TTS in Furby. I mean, that's pretty trivial to do. We could easily do that, but no! She's not a toaster! Look at her! Does this look like she can make bread to you? Does this look like this thing knows how to cook? Does this thing look like it knows how to cook to you? How hot does she get? She'll probably get pretty hot. Ship to Vettel? What if he needs to repair something? If he needs to repair something, we will figure it out together. He has a lot of smart people around him, and he is smart. And if he really can't figure it out himself, we will call and make it work. We will get it working. I don't think she'd be hot enough to toast bread. If she were hot enough to toast bread, she'd be hot enough to melt her casing. Dreep, welcome. Thank you for the follow. This is a self-propelled waifu puppy. Kill me. This is not where I thought I'd be.